Welcome, fans!
Hey everyone, I'm back. I hope everything is going well. Before we get into the third video with Tom Nash, I want to give you some messages. I was hoping to translate back to Tom, but since he was my guest and he talks a lot and unstoppable, and he's unstoppable, then I couldn't do it. But first topic of discussion is Everything Money. I still think Everything Money is a good channel. I like them. I don't like them because of their software. I believe also that it can be better as everything. But the value of Everything Money is their message. All the message they give around their analysis and talk. They try to teach a system, a process, value investing, research. They expose people. They are telling a massive audience to stop listening to hypesters or YouTubers that don't make you any good. So I like that part of Everything Money. I believe it's a good channel. I believe it has a lot of worth and value. So I have no beef with them, but I believe Tom and they got into some arguments and having resolved these arguments. However, I had a specific question that said, gave me to ask Tom, so I did, and he went off. But it's fine. He was my guest, so I think everyone has the right to express freely in my channel, so it is cool. So after that first question was asked, well, that question, not the first, because I asked many. Tom explained about the shares outstanding in Palantir and Tesla, mainly Palantir, and his vision of it, why companies issue shares in a crazy manner. And he views it as, giving their employees or big, not all of their employees, the big tier employers and the directors and managers and people of great talent, convertible notes or profitable stocks. And that is why they issue more shares, or you're seeing a lot of dilution in the company, being Tesla or Palantir, mainly Palantir in this case. What I believe is this could be the case, but I don't think this is the case. They are issuing a lot of shares and they're diluting you as an owner. So as long as this is happening, I'm not getting into Palantir or Tesla, even though the reasons for it might be a good one for the company, but I don't know. I have to research more on Palantir and Tesla. I know Palantir is a very big software company, and it's not new. They have a software that tracks criminal activities and traffic and COVID and many other. They have many other applications with Gotham, Apollo, and Foundry. So I want to see where that goes, because Palantir intrigues me, not at this price, and not, even though they have big margins, as Tom explained, they're still not at my buying point. So I'm waiting on that, and I'm going to run my own numbers. But that's where I stand in this issue. And well, you have the best opinion on it. You can get in or get out. But he's very knowledgeable in Palantir and Tesla, and that is something that you need to do before you buy a stock in a company, which makes you the partial owner in a company, and you have to see yourself as asset. Finally, I asked him about Mexico. I really like what he said. He came here. We talked about other interesting subjects. So I really hope you like this interview. It was a great pleasure meeting him. I'm humbled by his approach, by actually being such a small channel. I believe that tells you about the person. So yeah, my experience was a good one. Next time I have more questions prepared, specifically target to Palantir or Tesla and Tesla. And since he has a very small portfolio of 4 stocks, Google, Palantir, Tesla, and the S&P 500. So I don't have problem with Google or the S&P 500. I believe there are 2 good positions to have and hold. So that's that. Enjoy. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell your friends about me. I'm Alex. I'm a bobblehead, a long-term investor. I'm a value investor also. I have some positions in good companies, and have a good one. Seth from Everything Money, he asked me to tell you something, a message. And his question was, what do you think? Seth from Everything Money?
Fuck him and his dad. Bro, these 2 boyfriends and their fucking daddy, Paul. Fuck him, bro. I don't want to hear about this guy. I don't want to hear. He's fucking irrelevant. He can go fuck himself. Tell him I said, hey, Seth, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself. You and your other boyfriend.
I'm going to watch it, but I'm
I don't give a shit, bro.
Because I promise. How shares outstanding has helped Palantir lately?
How is him being a boyfriend of Paul with Mo and their fucking gimp suits work out for them? Fucking irrelevant channel. Fuck him, bro. Let's move on. I don't talk about irrelevant idiots, bro. They're fucking cosplaying to be investors. Fucking idiots, bro. He's a fucking wedding photographer pretending to be a value investor, bro. Him and his fucking trust fund kid, Paul, with his rich daddy, bro. Fuck him. I don't care. Let's move on.
But he has a point.
I spoke about it multiple times in my videos about how stock-based comp and dilution actually can be beneficial for a company. Assuming, again,
for Palantir,
for every company that I'll explain how dilution and stock-based comp is a very interesting discussion. But I'll explain. But to him, I say, can you please mention, if you talk to him, please tell him I told him to go fuck himself, bro. Him and his fucking friends. They're also tell them I said that their fucking group dynamic is fucking cringe, bro. It's like him and Paul and his fucking 2 boyfriends, like this fucking kissing ass motherfuckers, bro. Cringe as fuck. Their dynamic is weird, bro. I mean, you have to see this. It's not like when you see 3 people on the show, right? It's weird when you have like 2 beta males kissing ass for another man, like grown man behaving like this. I've never understood their dynamic. Anyways, so moving along from these idiots. So let's talk about stock-based comp. Let's talk about stock-based comp and dilution. Stock-based comp and dilution can be beneficial to a company, assuming the management knows what they're doing. It's not what I will explain to you right now. It's a principle that's been existing in years. So let's say right now that you and I, we run a law firm and we have great business, right?
Right.
We hire a guy to work for us. And let's say we hire a guy to work for us. And now we both agree that he's a superstar. Okay. Now he's getting offers from other companies, from other law firms to leave. More money, bigger firms that we cannot compete with. I mean, we cannot pay him this money. And let's say you and I say, hey, Alex, now we make 1 million per year. Half goes to me, half goes to you. We each make 500 per year. We pay this guy's salary, 100,000. So we make 450 a year. If he leaves, we are not going to be able to grow to 1.5 or 2 million a year because potentially we think this guy can bring us to 2 million because it's going to be as good as us. Let's say 1.5 million. Okay. If we keep him on and we give him 1/3 of the company, we can grow and actually be bigger than what we are right now. So eventually we'll have less of the partnership. Each of us will have 1/3, but we'll make more money. Now, the success of this transaction is solely dependent on whether our evaluation is correct. about this guy.
Yeah.
So if he's a clown, if he's a bozo, like one of them clowns from Everything Money, then we fucked up. We just gave him a third of the company for nothing. We basically fucked up. We diluted ourselves, and we're basically, if in 2 years we're still making 1 million and now we each get 330,000, well, it was a bad transaction. If we actually are right about this guy and he's a superstar, he's a rock star, and it takes us to 2 million a year, he doubles our business, then we each make 750, right? Am I good with my math? No, less. 660? I don't know. I'm horrible with math. Yeah. So what we make more money. Then it worked out. So when you talk about, that's how partnerships work in law firms, in accounting firms. Whenever you have,
private, man, it's different.
What?
They are private companies, most of them.
Wait. This principle, how does this principle is different between a company that's private or public? The principle of giving somebody a piece of the business because you think that will help you retain them and make you eventually more money. It's a principle that's not really.
It can work that way, yes, when you're talking about.
Well, hold on, I'll explain something to you. I don't think it has anything to do with private or public. Where it actually, so it makes a lot of sense, and where it might not make a lot of sense. So I'm going to be also devil's advocate.
Okay.
When you have a situation where companies trying to retain high-level employees, they have to give them something more than money. Because think about it this way. Let's say that Palantir hires, and actually it's very common in other companies as well. But when the thing why it's so crazy with Palantir to see it is because you not usually see this in a company that's into its and the end of the second decade. When you see high dilution, you see in startups, in small companies that are just starting out, then you see a lot of dilution. It's not very common for a 17-year-old company to be giving out stock options like this. That's why a lot of people get jumpy and say, what the fuck is this? The thing is, Palantir is really two companies under one legal umbrella. You have the foundry business, which is 17 years old, which none of these new kids that came in are working on. It's a low ceiling business. They're kind of in the milking cow stage right now. And you have the high growth business that started in 2015, 2016, which is foundry, which is the commercial business. That whole story of SBC and dilution is going on that front of the business, where they're actually building a new product and penetrating new markets. But and that's why they've doubled the float. They went from 1 billion to 2 billion shares. By the way, that's already slowing down. But for the big push that they had in that 1 year, they doubled the float. So everybody got diluted by half. And so the way it works is basically Palantir is saying, okay, so we want to have the best talent. If we want to have the best talent right now, it's not a problem for us because there's not really a lot of competitors who do what we do. There's very singular competitors who do specific things that we do. Maybe like Oracle does something we do specifically, or Salesforce, they have their own CRM system, right? Or there's ERP systems out there. There's little stuff that we do that some companies do sporadically, but nobody that can offer like a Fortune 500 company a single platform, one-stop shop for everything. And it's not as good as ours anyways. And the proof is in the pudding because the proof is in the Skywise numbers. Look at what Skywise have been able to achieve for Airbus over the past 5 years, and you'll see that it's working. There's actually test cases and everything. So it actually is working. And the question now is, okay, so at which point do we get attacked? If I'm Palantir, I'm just waiting for this to happen. I'm waiting for Microsoft to come in and basically Zoom/Slack me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's their expertise now. Microsoft used to be the joke of the enterprise software, and now they're basically killers. They've gotten to this point where they will watch you build a market, create the TAM, and then they'll come in and take your lunch. They did this to Slack. They're doing this to Zoom right now. And they will try to do it to Palantir in 2 or 3 years. I'm confident 100% that this will happen. I don't think a company like Oracle can do it. I don't think a company like Google wants to do it, but Microsoft both can and wants to do something like this, and it's in their DNA. So when Microsoft comes for your neck, and they offer like they bring Brinks trucks for your employees to come in. Here's the $5 million bonus. See, like, you know what I'm talking? Like, how do you keep these employees? Okay, the only way you keep these employees, if you give them a piece of the pie right now, and you say, hey, potentially, this might be the next Amazon, and I'm giving you a piece. So if the employee believes, if they believe that it's the next Amazon, he just got a piece of the equity, then no amount of money from Microsoft is going to convince him to leave. And if he leaves, he loses that equity. But also then we know he doesn't believe in Palantir. So it's a kind of a win-win. But here's the problem. This assumption of dilution is good for the company because it helps you retain that 1% of employees. Because the 1% of employees, it's a very different experience. It's like like when you're like a 10 out of 10 male or female, your dating experience is very different from normal guys. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's for the 1% of the enterprise software engineers and the data scientists and all, it's like very different experience. They're interviewing employers, not vice versa. So let's say if what I said right now helps you keep those employees and compete against Microsoft in 2 to 3 years, which is going to be a bloodbath, regardless. Even if you keep those employees, it's going to be a bloodbath because Microsoft is going to come in and they're going to say, hey, Mr. Customer, I know that my software is not as good as Foundry, but you know what? Take it for free. Use it for free until Palantir goes bankrupt. Okay, no problem. Or they'll give you credit. And you have to remember, Microsoft, they have the best engineers. As far on the support side, there's nobody better than Microsoft.
No.
Your experience as a customer will be amazing. They'll give you a bunch of other stuff for free. It's their network, the salespeople, they fucking have lunch with the CEOs every day. It's going to be a bloodbath. But if you want to have a chance against them, you have to keep those employees. But this only works if you believe that Alex Karp and Peter Thiel know who to give this money to or these stocks to. If they don't make the right selections, you just gave away half the company and basically for nothing. So the problem isn't the dilution. The concept itself works as long as you understand that Foundry is a startup. The problem is not the dilution. The problem is, do you believe that Alex Karp and Peter Thiel know what they're doing and they're not giving the stock-based comp to clowns and bozos? That's the real question. And that's something none of us know. Not you, not me, not even the fucking clown for everything money, bro. Nobody knows. When I look at Peter Thiel, my assumption is that it's more likely than not that he knows to be a good judge of talent.
So you're saying that they're issuing shares to give to their employees instead of issuing shares because people love the company and they're just going to buy them.
Oh, they haven't sold any stock.
Money because
no, they haven't issued any stock. That's not been sold. There's not been more stock sold. The company hasn't issued to the public more stock.
But
it's just stock-based comp.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you think?
But it's still diluting. It's still diluting. You're still holding half of what you held before.
Yeah, that's the
So
problem.
the only time it works, and that's why I know that these clowns, they're idiots, because the question should be not, oh, this hurting users. They're assuming something because they don't understand how startups work, and Foundry is a startup.
They see the bottom line, Tom, because they don't go into 10Ks or 10Qs.
They don't buy nothing that's not fucking. They only buy fucking Dairy Queen and Pepsi Cola, bro. They don't buy. They can only fuck with companies like Intel. It's the only company we can agree on. It's like an Intel. They won't take any sort of a growth play ever. It's impossible.
But they do say that you need to do your research. Besides, yeah, you have a point. You need to go into.
Bro, if these guys, again, they're fake. They're pretending to be value investors, but real value investors that go, there's a spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
High risk, high reward, ultra growth Cathy Wood.
Yeah.
On the one hand, on the other hand, you have ultra conservative value. Now they pretend to be this, even though they're not. He's a wedding photographer. The other one is a trust fund baby. I mean, his dad gave him all the money, whatever. I don't know. And the third guy, he just looks scared. I don't know what he does. But they pretend to be on that end of the spectrum. Again, everything I say is my opinion about them. You know, do your own research, find out. That's what I think about them. It's just my opinion. Might be wrong, might be inaccurate, might be the remix of a madman. But all I say is they can eat my lada, bro. But they pretend to be on this end of the spectrum, and that's okay. But if you're on this end of the spectrum, you have no business in analyzing growth stocks. because they're not even on your radar. It's like this sort of investor that they pretend to be would never even look at a company like Palantir.
Probably they can analyze them, but they won't get to your.
It's not the right. It's like asking Warren Buffett, would you invest in Warren Buffett would never invest in a Tesla it's not on his radar, and they pretend to be like a ultra version of Warren Buffett.
I get
and that's okay.
Point, but I believe they have a system and a process that works for a lot of people.
They have a screener, bro. Their fucking screener is a fucking 2-bit fucking thing that I can do in my Excel spreadsheet.
I'm gonna
they have no
system,
system,
bro. I wouldn't buy their software. No, I will never buy
bro,
it.
I wouldn't use their software if they paid me. It's a fucking Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah,
fuck them in their fucking software, bro.
I do my own assumptions when it comes
fake ass bitches
and stuff. I'm valuing it.
I don't want to talk more about these irrelevant guys. The thing I want to tell you is that if I wanted to attack myself, the devil's advocate would be not to attack the concept of dilution, because this is something that not informed people would do, like these guys, because they're not understanding the actual investment process. The attack would be, how do you know, Tom, that this one extra billion of shares that was issued as stock-based comp was actually allocated correctly? What kind of assurances did Palantir give us to show us this? This is how you attack if you understand, if you're a real investor. But because they're idiots, they can only fucking read like Excel spreadsheets. They don't understand that. And I don't have a good answer for this, because nobody does. The only way we find out is we live in the next 3 or 4 years, or we have a DeLorean.
Right.
I don't have a DeLorean, so we have to find out.
I'm gonna promise you something. I'm gonna go look into their 10Ks, thank you, both Tesla and Palantir, and then my assumptions. And
we can compare notes after.
Yeah, sure. I'll compare notes, and
I think Tesla is an easier case to make, because on the chart they're much ahead on the maturity chart. Because again, putting Gotham aside, which is an old 17-year-old business, Palantir Foundry is probably where Tesla was at 2016. So it's easier case to be made on Tesla, because I was talking about Chris about this, and I was like, let's do a debate. And he said, yeah, let's do it. And then he said, oh, let's debate Tesla. I said, you're going to lose. Palantir is an easy debate for you to make. He said, no, I want to do Tesla when they're high. When they crash, you're going to look like an idiot. I said, okay, but it's not a good debate for you, Tesla, right now, because you just got a glimpse of the numbers and you see it's not as bad as the narrative is.
Tom, I'm gonna give you something. You are very knowledgeable on Tesla and Palantir, and I'm not, because I haven't looked at.
And handsome.
Russian, handsome, everything. For me, to be a Mexican and very, I don't know. I'm kidding. But I'm gonna ask you 4 last questions. I'm enjoying you very much, so I'm gonna take a little more of your time. Have you ever deleted any of your videos, or?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
I deleted the Peloton video, but I made a post about it.
Okay.
People have been accusing me of deleting the desktop materials.
Yeah, that's
video.
what I'm asking you.
No, I can show you I can show you right now. It's on my channel.
No, I just wanted. Do you have do you just delete them because you didn't like them and then?
No, I deleted one, which was Peloton.
Oh, okay.
But I made a post about this, and I said, "Hey guys, I'm deleting the Peloton video because the information there."
I mean, if you want to share it, go ahead for it.
Yeah, I'll show you. Do you like my new channel art?
I love it. I actually do like it a lot. It's very, very trendy, man.
I'm gonna look for
my channel art is still in baby steps.
I said to the designers who built this for me, I'm looking for the post. I have to scroll back because I use the community post every day, multiple times. 1 second. So I tell the designers to do it. I said I want to have. Okay, I found it. So first of all, this is the post I made. Can I share screen with you again?
Yeah, okay.
People I've only deleted this video. So dear viewers, subscribe. This was 4 weeks ago. Dear viewers, subscribers, and haters. About a year ago, I did a video about Peloton, and I said I was bullish on the company. Obviously, with today's news about them stopping production, I was clearly wrong. The video was removed by me since it no longer reflects my views. Let this notice serve as an eternal evidence that I got it wrong with Peloton, Tom. And then I deleted the video. So you see this. I mean, you cannot say that I delete and just quietly delete. The video that you're looking for, let's just look desktop. I have it. I've never understood why people say I deleted this video.
I'm asking you because a lot of people
Look, in Tom Nash, this
are-
desktop material stock review exposed, and this is literally the video right here. Look.
that was what way back in the, what was 14? Yeah, you look different.
So the video is public. It's called Reviewing 5 Stocks Under $100. It's a public video, and I'm gonna find desktop materials right here. Hold on, I'm sure we can find it. This was in this video. I'm sure Digital Turbine. I have to 1 second. It was in this video for sure. Wait, is this in this description?
Mm-hmm. I saw your disclaimer. Then I don't know why people are complaining because you're
About Peloton?
No, about everything. You have a disclaimer there. If you use it normally, then it's yours. Well, everybody should use one because it's an opinion. We're not financial advisors, but
Yeah, but hold on, let's find this. I'm sure I spoke about. Oh, here we go. Haha, I told you.
yeah.
Look, it's a public video. What does he want from me? This guy makes a video. You know, I can sue him for libel. It's literally like he's making a lie. It's on my fucking channel, bro. It's a public video.
Okay.
Where did I delete this video? The fuck does he want from my? He's making like videos about me every week. Like, oh, he deleted this video. Like, motherfucker, just fucking search. All he had to do, not to make this video, is search Tom Nash desktop materials. This would have come up.
Yeah,
it's a public video, bro.
The drama that's surrounding you lately, so that's why I'm asking because.
And look at my disclaimer.
Yeah,
look.
Yeah, I see. I saw it. Don't worry.
I said I don't have any position in this. I'm not trying to pump this. I'm just a fucking analyst, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, keep at it because that's all we are. We are opinionators.
So every time people, I see in the comments, Tom, where's the desktop material video? I said, I've never deleted a fucking desktop material video. I thought, what the fuck is and then it dawned on me that the motherfuckers can't find it because it was 5 stocks in one video, and they remember seeing it, but they can't find it, so they assume I deleted it. I don't delete my shit, bro.
No,
I deleted Peloton because it was bad information, but I said made a post.
So as long as you said it, it's okay, and you have it there. So that's testimony of everything.
Yeah.
Are you considering being a fixed guy in our lives? Have you ever thought about? Well, probably.
It's already happening de facto as it is. I'm coming in for the last 15 minutes every time. Yeah. It's so much fun, bro.
Dance, man.
No.
No, I'm gonna show you. You like it?
Not doing the dance, bro. Not doing the dance. It's not happening.
You know, because as I come to know you more and more, I know that you're very passionate about your positions and the 2 companies you actually, well, 3. Google, I believe it's not very far off.
They're all the same, bro. High value, high growth. It's just Palantir. Palantir is like the girl without the makeup. When you see her before the prom, no makeup, no dress, so you don't see the beauty. Google, you can already
more. To be real, I'm not a big,
listen.
buyer of individuals.
Give me 2 minutes. I have to go in 5 minutes. I want to convince you about Palantir. Okay, let's talk numbers about Palantir. Okay.
I'll look into it. Don't worry. And if I'm convinced, I'm gonna share.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you some numbers. You're a numbers guy.
Give me the
Look,
numbers.
How much revenue Palantir did this year? Do you want to guess?
I can see.
No, don't check. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Let's make a game. You guess. You're checking, you piece of shit.
No, I'm not. I was going to. No.
Okay. Okay. I have a better game for you. So I'll give you a hint. 2 years ago, they did 750 million. 2 years ago, 750 million. How much they did this year?
I don't know, 950?
1.55 billion.
Yeah, 1.55.
Okay. So this company is.
I saw the video that you made on Palantir, and you said the only thing that didn't hit off was EPS, right?
Oh, okay. I explain. Okay, let's not do this. Okay. So
yeah, I saw it.
Let's talk about EPS. Okay. Yeah. So you can ask this Chris. He will tell you that I'm right because he's a tax guy. So what is GAAP? It's generally accepted accounting principles. Yeah. Okay. What is GAAP profitability? It's profits for tax purposes only. Okay. when you have a loss for tax purposes, sometimes it can be good for you because you can use it not to pay tax, either in this year or in future years. It depends on which country. In the US, you can carry it forward for a few years. Actually, in the US, you can carry back also, but it's a whole, okay, but it's an asset you can use, not an accounting asset. I mean, a cash flow asset.
Yeah. Here's the same in Mexico. You can carry out for 1 year.
Okay, so in the US, I think you can carry much longer forward. But it's not a tax lesson, so let's not do this. Okay, so when you lose on GAAP negative 14%, the street, they think, oh, the company is not profitable. Not profitable company, Tom. Here's the problem. The problem is that this negative 14% operating margin on GAAP is purely based on stock-based compensation, because the company is allowed as a benefit to claim expenses on non-cash flow stock grants to employees. They get a loss for tax purposes. In real life, the company made 1.55 billion revenue. Okay. Their operating margin was $424 million. So the company made 30 cents on the dollar net income. Okay. Yeah. No loans, no finance. They have zero debt. They have zero debt. They have 3 times more assets than liabilities. Okay. And they made 30 cents on the dollar this year. The company, if they wanted to pump the stock, could have easily done this. Say, well, we're not going to claim the SBC at all. We're not claiming the stock-based comp expenses at all. Fuck it. They come out yesterday and they come out with 30% net income instead of negative 14%. The stock goes ballistic, but they have to pay 21% on 424 million corporate tax.
That is not,
That is stupid. Why would they do this shit, bro? It makes no sense. Yeah. So the question is, now you understand why Wall Street and real analysts and institutionals don't give a shit about EPS as a metric of success. It means nothing. What you need to be looking at is, people also make mistake of looking only at growth. Growth without all the other stuff is meaningless. If you're not efficiently growing, then it's basically doo-doo, it's garbage. You have to look at growth and margins. Growth and margins together. They go like a fucking marriage together. So this company gives me 41% annual growth in revenues. They give me 30% operating margin without stocks, which already next year there's going to be zero, by the way. This year, the entire year, they did 14% stocks dilution. Last quarter, only 2.5%. So it's slowing down. So it's kind of a cheat code. I see this and say, well, this company is fucking efficient. They're selling. Government grow 47%, commercial grow 34%, and they're going opposite. So government going like this and commercial going like this. So next year it's going to be more commercial, less government. But US, the government side is declining, commercial is going up. US commercial is only small. US commercial is only right now 12% of the revenue. But that motherfucker is growing 130% a year. And their net retention is 150%. Do you know how to measure net retention on SaaS?
Mm-hmm.
It's bonkers, bro. So I'm saying, well, the street doesn't get this company because it's a 30% growth company, guided, even though they beat it every time. It's a 30% margin company, positive cash flow 30%. I mean, why the fuck not at this price? Between 15 and 17% price to sales when Snowflake is trading at 80. Why the fuck not? Snowflake is a great company, by the way. I love Snowflake. Yeah. All I'm saying is that why the fuck not? That's just my opinion, of course.
But we go again, and is it sustainable? Is it going to grow these margins in the next 5-10 years? We don't know. It's a possibility.
Nobody knows. You have to. Fabio thinks that software is the shit. Look, I don't understand software that
when you get into it.
Hold on a second. I don't understand software as good as Fabio does. Ask Fabio about their software. He'll tell you.
No, I know.
Software is legit.
It's an amazing software. And in Europe, it's not very well.
It's correlated -1 to the everything money software, which is the opposite of what I just said. No mode,
Dude,
no
I don't wanna get
sophistication,
into
no
any
solution,
drama.
nothing. It's a waste of time. Literally, they need to pay me to even look at this shit.
Okay, before you go, man, give us a message for. Have you ever been in Mexico? That's something.
Yes, I've been in Mexico, bro. I had so much fun. I crossed from Belize, so went up from Belize to Chetumal,
Oh,
and then I got a hurricane. I just came into Chetumal, and the hurricane Wilma,
yeah.
2008, I think. Hurricane Wilma. I get to Chetumal, they boarding up all the fucking windows and shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I said, yeah, well, you were on the bus from Belize, the fucking hurricane. So I ran away from Belize because the hurricane was supposed to hit the island I was in, Key Hawker. So I run away to Mexico. I get off the bus. They say, oh, it changed course. It's heading right here. This is going to be the epicenter. You just came in on time. I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I'm buying a bus ticket. I was literally the last bus ticket out of this town. People trying to get out. You know, it's like apocalypse. I run to the bus. I get on the bus. The bus is driving out of the station. I realize I left my digital camera with all of my 3 months of trip when I was in Belize, in Costa Rica, in fucking Panama. My camera is in the fucking hostel, bro, where I was for a whole day.
Oh.
So like I have to decide my life or the camera. I said, okay, of course the camera. So I get off the bus. I get off the bus. I run to the hostel and I said, so it's me and the owner. Everybody left. I said, I guess we're staying. So it was me, him, and his dog for 4 days inside they had one good building with the cement and everything. And the motherfucker ate tuna 4 days. I hate him so much, bro. No windows open, obviously, so I can understand what. So the dog eats there, shits there. We all. It's horrible, bro. It was just a horrible experience. But I leave the fucking hostel, and then I went up to Tulum. I did the fucking sweetwater diving in the caves of Tulum.
Beautiful.
We did the whole thing that we went up to Playa del Carmen. I never went to fucking to the old where all the spring breakers are. I forget the name. I do the place where the what's the name of the place? Cancun. I was like, fuck that shit. I don't want to go. It's fucking commercial as fuck. So I traveled like I went to places where tourists don't go. I went to San Cristobal, and I went to Chiapas. I went like the crazy places. Like I didn't go to Cancun. I met crazy people. I almost got killed. I had a lot of. I'm just gonna say I had a lot of fun. And if you understand, you can understand. I just had a lot of fun, bro. A lot of fun, bro.
Back, give me a call, man.
I had a lot of fun, even a couple times a night.
My dad actually retired. He was a big lawyer in Mexico City, and now he lives in Cancun. And well,
yeah, it's a great place to retire.
Yeah, it's
bro.
a good place, but it's like little America down there.
Yeah. I never came close to it. I was like, I can get this in Florida, bro. The fuck I need to fucking.
Yeah, Florida is Cancun. But if you go to Mexico, to Southeast Mexico, go to Playa del Carmen, Chetumal, Chiapas, all these. We got great places, you know. Also, I want.
Yeah, I love it.
Because, well, everyone that went to the World Cup, and it was in Moscow, I believe, and some other St. Petersburg, and they told me that it's an amazing place. So I want to go there. I really want to know Russia.
It's very expensive in Moscow. I mean, but it's
the palace.
It's very. I suggest if you come, go to the countryside and experience like real fucking crazy Russia, not the commercial one.
Okay.
You'd see crazy shit, bro. You've never seen shit like this.
I'm gonna
you think Mexico is crazy, bro?
So you can give me.
You've not seen this, bro. Like real hardcore Russia is fucking insane.
Yeah.
You'll see things you would not believe. You think the donkey show is crazy, bro? You've not seen nothing in Russia, bro.
Are you huge, man? Are you very tall?
No, 6'2".
Oh yeah. Well,
in Russia, it's average.
I'm 6'1", 6'1".
Yeah, it's average, and probably in Mexico too, right? No, in Mexico you're probably taller than average, right?
I'm taller than average. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are 5'7", 5. Well, men, I guess. I mean.
Yeah.
So finally, you have a message for the Mexican investor community, my channel. I'm very.
Yeah,
very
just listen. I love your message, and I said this in my video multiple times. Today, for example, I met a friend and he told me he got margin called on Palantir and said, why the fuck did you go on margin, bro? It's like the principles that you're preaching to is the same principle I preach to, which is never take margin, never invest money you can't afford to lose, and just fucking keep it cool. And if you play the stock market, just acknowledge that there's no certainty. There's no company that is guaranteed to hit it big, or there's no certain things in life. If you want to make a gamble, like I did, just make sure you understand the money's gone. And then if you make it, it's a bonus. If you plan to use this money ever, do not put it in the stock market.
I hope you make it, man, because you're a great guy. No matter what people say.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Besides, I don't care. Well, people are going to be opinionated all the time. You're not gonna.
Yeah. No, you know why I don't care about when Chris was taking shots at me? Why absolutely, like, you would be confused, right? Well, Tom seems like a guy who likes criticism, right?
Yeah.
So why the fuck am I so triggered about everything money, right? So it's strange. It's the cognitive dissonance. You don't understand this. The reason is because when the criticism is coming from people who I know, they know what they're talking about. Because even though Chris is silly and he's making this clown act, I can hear he knows what the fuck he's talking about. I don't care. It's fun and games. When I hear idiots who pretend, I can see that they're pretending because I worked in the industry. I can see that they're fake, pretending and monetizing that fake and using my name to monetize their fakeness. It fucking triggers me because I see that they're not legit, bro. One of them has money and it's fine. So he has a few gas stations in the fucking gym or whatever. I don't care, but they're not fucking investors. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And it's fine. They can grift all they want. But when they use my name, it triggers me because like I'm getting called out by fucking the wedding photographer, bro. Come on.
I think you both exchanged some communications over there. Then, yeah, I still like empty money. I'm not gonna lie. I won't buy I never did buy their software. I'm not gonna do it.
Bro, they make videos that are very shallow. I've never seen them actually analyze a company from A to Z. It's always just
no, they won't do that. They don't have
okay
time.
So because they can't do that, bro, because they're fucking garbage. So very shallow videos, and the production value is insanely good, so it makes people think that this is serious, which it's not. It's a fucking pretend cosplay show. It's a costume like my kids wear.
About that subject, I believe they are the biggest channel, well, one of the biggest channel when it comes to value investors. If you can say they're value investors. They're
riding the trend. They're pretending to be that because it's trendy, bro. Yeah. It's trendy right now. The market is rotating, so it's a trend, and they're basically riding that trend. But it's like it's fake. They're not value investors. They're fucking actors, bro.
I'm just gonna let people take that decision. You know?
Yeah, whatever, bro.
But you didn't give the best message you always say our channels.
Don't buy nothing, don't click nothing, don't smash nothing, bro.
That's right. And the other one, you said that ETFs were hacks, and I love that.
Yeah, S&P 500 is a hack. Zoom out and test me on this. That's why it's my fourth biggest position. You cannot lose long. If you have patience, you cannot lose on the S&P 500. You're just betting against the US economy.
I'm actually always.
How can you lose? Look at the S&P 500. Zoom out 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah. You cannot.
It's impossible to lose.
Yeah.
You'll do 8% a year if you have patience.
Are you getting into
probably
or not?
No.
No. Yeah.
I like the S&P better, but it doesn't matter. It's like arguing about which type of car you like. It's a personal decision. I feel S&P 500 is more tech oriented.
Yeah, probably.
And that's why I like it better. But VT is also great.
Yeah, both are great. Thank you so much, Nash. I know you are a very busy man. I love that you came.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure.
And I hope I have you more here in my channel. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Alex. So long, buddy.
Bye, buddy. Take care.